I'm Glory.
I'm Augustina.
We're talking about migration from our country, actually. When you look at it, a lot of professionals that we have in our country have migrated outside the country. And these migrations are not by choice, they're by force. So, what are we going to do to
What do you
keep our
mean?
professionals in the country?
What do you mean by not by choice? It's by force.
Because when you look at it, they don't have jobs. They don't have a place to practice, actually, to use their skill to the greatest level. So they don't have a choice, but they just leave the country. But if we have good hospitals, especially the doctors, because actually I had that outside the country, we have the best surgeons, we have the best neurosurgeons, we have the best nurses, we have the best lawyers, we have the best engineers. But what are we doing at home to keep them? Because if we lose them, that means we are losing our human resources.
And dear,
My
you're
sister,
right.
did you see that?
I can hear that now. I think you're right, but it can be corrected. And it will help to add to what you said. Do you know when they work, sometimes they don't get paid, and that's why there's so much strike. You will go to hospital, the doctors are on strike. They don't have enough equipment as to be able to help the individuals as needed. So you get there, sometimes there's no light. Sometimes there's no particular injection. Then they have to give you a prescription to go buy it at pharmacy and bring it back to hospital. They did it when my brother was sick. They didn't have a particular medication that my brother needed because he was almost in a comatose condition.
Oh, wow.
So they have to write a prescription for us to go to a pharmacist and get it so they can bring it to the doctor as to be able to administer the medication.
And you see, some of these things are very frustrating to doctors because they want to use their skill well, but what they need to do it's not there. So most of them have to leave the country and go somewhere else to practice. So once again, we're calling for the politicians to come and help us. I know many of you will go into power in February, but please, we're asking once again, we're in this forum to do our best to make sure that our people are coming home to rebuild our country. So now today with the professionals, we want to return them at home. So give them what they need so that they can practice at home. If we have good hospitals, if we have good company where these people can use their skills to the highest level, they will come home. They're ready to come. We have made some of them all. I've seen a lot of doctors that want to come back to Nigeria. I've seen a lot of nurses that want to come back to Nigeria. I've seen engineers, and we're not even talking about the young ones that are growing up. You know, I know some of your children are in that field, and I know sometimes when I come to your house, they're yearning to go home.
Yeah.
So please, the government, once again, we are rooting for our people to get back home, but you still have to give them what it takes to sustain them at home. So please help them to go home.
You're right, my sister. Not only that, even our own government, they already know that we don't have the best hospitals as we should. Because whenever they want medical treatment, guess where they go? They will go to London. They will come to America. But what about those that are not capable of doing that? Getting the visa, that don't know anybody, that cannot pay for hotel. So guess why we have people dying? Because of little disease or little illness or a viral infection that can be taken care of in Nigeria. If we get the necessary equipment that are needed, best hospital is not only the building, it's just what is inside it.
That's
if
true.
we equip the hospitals, the doctors that we have abroad will come home. Even those we have in Nigeria already, if we can be able to pay them, there'll be no strike. People won't be having baby anyhow outside the hospital and the baby will die because they didn't get enough the expertise that know what to do to attend to them. Women in labor, children that are sick of one thing or the other, they die because of lack of equipment, lack of the necessary medical equipment to do the job. People have heart attack here. You know that. With CPR, they get better. But back home, somebody have CPR, somebody have a heart attack, they will die because we are not even trained for little things like CPR?
Actually, you just brought me to a very, very major thing that we need to address. You know, when you talk about healthcare and everything, the major thing is training our people.
Mm-hmm.
Training is very important because sometimes it's better to prevent disease than to cure it. So if we can teach them certain things that they have to do to help out, just like my friend just brought up, the issue of CPR, it's very simple. We have to go back and help to teach our people how to save simple lives. There's certain things that we can do to sustain people's life, but we have to teach them. So we can't just be hiding in this country. Yes, it's such a beautiful country, but how long are we going to hide? We have to go back and make our own bed. We can't just lay where someone already made their own bed. We have to go back home.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
And especially with the training, you know, even with the food. Now I'm just remembering the food too. You know, we have natural food that we eat, but now they're importing the processed food. People, you better be careful, because the main thing is that some of those things cannot digest very well in the stomach, so you need medicine, and I don't think we have the medicine. So make you ona. Let me just say it in broken. Make ona concentrate on our own food, though. The cassava, the yam, the egusi soup and the okra soup. Those ones are more healthy than the. My friend.
As you they talk so.